contributed, not only the entire season, but tonight. How was he able to build for the short term, but also still with an eye towards the future?
Well, I think number one, he's a very, very smart guy. And in the role today, to be in charge of football operations, it is so much more than simply what it's been in the past decades with scouting. Scouting's a big part of it, but you have to manage in so many ways. You've got to manage short-term needs, mid-term needs, long-term needs, and we found ourselves in an interesting situation where, this is year 2, you could say, of the plan, right? But we have a quarterback that was advancing by leaps and bounds, and a team that was playing great defense, and an offensive line that was really good. And we thought, why can't we win? And why can't we win at all? And we took an approach where we were going to do everything possible that could help our team this year, and at the same time not relinquish any options going forward. And that's, I think that was the key to the strategy. And it took Howie and Joe Douglas and their staffs a lot of work to figure out, going after the Corey Grahams and you name it, the Patrick Robinsons, all over the roster. And we were aggressive at the trade deadline because we thought we had a chance. Normally you wouldn't do that, but we thought we had a chance.
I think it was the last time we spoke with you, you were a little hesitant to predict this team being a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, has this team surprised you?
It's more surprised me because of all the injuries. I thought going into the season we were going to be a very good football team. How good? That's hard to judge. But I just, if you told me before September, no, you're not going to have Jason Peters, you're not going to have Darren Sproles, you're not going to have Jordan Hicks, you're eventually not going to have Carson Wentz, you're going to lose your best special teams player, Maragos. Oh, by the way, field goal kickers, no, you're not going to have them either. It's a little bit of a lot of body blows at that point. And if you had said that, I would have told you, no, I don't think we'll make the playoffs, right? So the resiliency amongst this group is phenomenal.
Jeffrey, 2 years ago at this time, you had just fired a head coach.
Yes.
And seemed at the time fairly far from this point. What lessons did you learn from what happened then that you were able to apply to this situation to get to this point?
I said at the time, I thought I spent a lot of time with players at the end of that season, and I thought what was really needed was a kind of leadership that leads with a genuineness, a real genuineness. And people laughed when I used the term emotional intelligence, but that's probably a really good way to describe it. And I think in sports today, there's many styles. I was just saying to someone else, there's many styles of great coaches. Bill Belichick, Bill Walsh, Sean Payton, the list goes on and on and on, Tom Coughlin. There's a lot of great coaches. They all have their different styles, but the one common ground amongst them all is an absolute consistency and genuineness. And Doug Peterson is just himself. And at times that's very humble, at times that's just very real, at times that's very bright, at times it's tough, and but he does it in a true, genuine way, and I think players really respond to that.
Jeffrey,
in today's world.
Sorry, you've had a lot of runs as an owner with this franchise.
Yes.
It's been 13 years. Does it make you appreciate this run a little more, knowing as good as you've had teams, how hard it is to get to this point?
Yeah, it does. It's not easy, but I'm very excited about the present, and I'm very excited about the future.
Any additional
No, they beat us. I have great respect for them, and my heart and hope is that we can bring a Super Bowl to Philadelphia. Our fans deserve it more than any fan base in the country, and whoever we're going to play, that's the team we got to beat to win the Super Bowl.
What do you think the chances are? Then we'll bring Nick in. What do you think the chances are? Winning.
We go into every game expecting to win. I mean, this team, we haven't lost very many games, and we have a very, very focused group of players and coaches. I mean, they are focused. focused on each practice, each play practice, each film session, and that's how you have to be. That's how you have to be to have a maximum performance. And you know, I expect they will do all. This is a team that works hard.
What are your thoughts on the whole underdog mentality? How the team has embraced it, and the city, and you're going to be underdogs again in 2 weeks?
Are we underdogs again? Great.
5.5.
Great. Great. Somehow I'm not surprised. You know, I think it's great. It's always I always try to root for underdogs. So I think if we can, you know, it comes with an understanding that this is a very proud group of players and coaches, and you tell them no one thinks you're going to win. You're not good enough with all the hard work and success they've had and best record in the NFL and all that. And you tell them that, it doesn't register.
What does Brent Selleck mean to you, your organization?
Brent Selleck? Oh, awesome. I mean, one of the classiest human beings you'll ever have on a team or in an organization, no matter what he's doing. I'm really glad he's a part of this.
Okay, great. We're going to bring Nick in.